Did you catch the Season 8 finale for Rick and Morty? I have to admit, I didn't get it the first time either. I'm going to talk about it really quick, and it's a very complicated plotline that I'm going to have to try and summarize in 3 minutes. The episode begins with Rick discovering that Jerry's memories of Rick are way too positive, and part of that is due to an episode in Season 7 where they sort of merged minds. Okay, Jerry's memory is a positive Rick, which real Rick calls Memory Rick, so Rick simply extracts the memory of that and sort of puts it in sort of this ant farm brain prison. This event serves as sort of a catalyst that gives Rick the idea to remove the memories of his late wife Diane from his own head, something that's been a hindrance to him lately since he's trying to start a new relationship. Rick does the memory wipe removal, but leaves a note just to remind himself that he did it. Beth then gets curious about Memory Rick, and when she checks on him, Memory Rick somehow gets implanted inside her head. This is when Memory Rick starts to change Beth's memories, making her a cohort in crime, with the promise that he and Diane will stay together if she obeys his every word. The memory he implants is how Diane is trapped in a box in the sub-basement and Beth can save her. This leads to present-day Beth breaking into the basement and logging into Rick's lost memory of her mother. In the meantime, Memory Rick manages to break into the lost memory of Diane's world, and they have a reunion, kinda. Then both Memory Rick and Memory Diane end up in Beth's head. Beth then has a fight with Space Beth and believes she can save her family. Beth kills Space Beth and takes the box of Rick's erased Diane's memory. Confused yet? Okay, and while Diane is in Beth's head, Diane meets the Beth that Memory Rick has been training. It's like a separate person. Okay, meanwhile, Rick's attempt to start a new relationship isn't going very well. So he just portal guns out there and then goes to undo his memory erasing. He comes back to find Space Beth dead, but fortunately, he can revive her. Rick quickly figures out what is up with Memory Rick and goes after Beth, who is fleeing the scene. Now in Beth's head, we're seeing Memory Rick and Diane being assaulted by multiple versions of Beth. Now it becomes apparent that Beth has lost all hope and is going to unalive herself by driving off a cliff, like the end of Thelma and Louise. Rick is able to stop Beth by catching her car, and Beth and Space Beth have a fight. At some point in time, Beth steals Space Beth's pistol and almost pulls the trigger on herself. Rick stops her and undoes the damage like he did with Jerry. The episode ends with Rick taking Memory Rick and Diane and sort of shooting them off into space so they can live together eternally and happily. But Rick himself is not able to start that new love in his life. I had to watch this episode twice in order to really get it, and that is very good, and it's a sign that there's still a lot of creativity in the series. I've talked before how Rick and Morty might be better without a story arc, but if they are doing some sort of big story arc, I'm going to support them here from now on.